Hello and welcome to the video of Is the Parrot Bebop any good in 2023? The answer to it is it depends on your budget and your usage. The Parrot Bebop I've got is quite a few years old. It's the Parrot Bebop 2 Power with the extended flight time and the overall better firmware and better sky controller. It's not a bad little bit of kit. In this video itself, I'm going to give a main rundown of what you get within the kit, how much it costs, and compared to other things. It's not a very detailed video, it's a bit off the cuff, no script, and there is also other footage of the flight of the Parrot itself within there. So this is just a quick rundown of what you can get in 2023 drone-wise and what you can play around with, really. Just having a look at our Parrot drone that we use. This is the Parrot Bebop Power, and it's a quick video on is the Parrot Bebop Power any good in 2023. It depends what you're aiming for, really. This is functionality of 1080p, 30 frames a second, half an hour flight time, but the main thing about this is it's cheap. It's very cheap for now. I mean, these came out about 5, 6, maybe 7 years ago now, and they've been revised each time to the original Bebop, which come with a massive sky controller, and then this new one for the power, which is a lot smaller. It's like an Xbox controller, and then you've got your power supplies there and whatnot. But I'll give you a quick rundown of what you kind of get for a budget of, this was £120. £120 gives you half an hour flight time, like I said, 1080p, 30 frames a second, and it's all together in one big kit. Parts are abundant for these. You can get the props and rotors on eBay for next to nothing. But I'll give you a rundown of how it all goes together. So, got one battery. No memory cards, it's all done internal, so it has 8 gig storage, and then that 8 gig will transfer across to the phone. This is completely unscripted. I'm just going to jump in. We're doing a bit of a talk about it. Like I say, it's nothing special. It's just something that we found to have a really good fun with. My brother, he's got the DJI Maverick Pro 3 or whatever it is, and that's just a different world compared to this. So that is £1,000 plus kit though. So what you get for this is you use your own phone, jump across to the app you want, which is always Free Flight Pro. Just sit it in the cradle, close the cradle up. Once you've closed the cradle up, you put your side lead in, connecting your phone. So yeah, you put your side lead in there. A little bit of difficulty closing that cradle up, but that cradle's pretty cool. It does move about a bit. What you do to begin with is that's fully charged. You just fire up the drone. Just a little button on the back. Start making some beeps and bops. And there you go, just doing its self checks. Yeah, it doesn't do any rotor movement or anything, or any motor checks, which is nice. Displayed like that, just get rid of that chat. Once it's displayed like that, just pull down all on your Wi-Fi section. In doing so, you're just looking for your Bebop 2 power, which is already connected to it. Yep, connected. Jump straight back to your controller setup. There you go. So it's started to do a Wi-Fi from this to the Parrot. It doesn't fly like that, it just does that so you can do your checks. So you can click onto your calibration and flat trib, your previous GPS coordinates and stuff, and which, for the money you pay for, it gives you a map detailed plan of where you've flown. It has parameter settings. I'll just put the controller on as well. So this runs, I think it's 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi to Wi-Fi between that and that. It has nothing to do with the phone on the signal base. It'll ask you which apps you want to prompt. The Control and Parrot and the Pix 4D Capture, they're 3D programs that you can use the Parrot for, do an auto run.
It does take a second or two. It depends on how it's feeling. But like you say, it's connected now. Ask me to turn the device location on. Okay, and it automatically starts it up in the goggles. It does come with 3D Goggle Kit, but when you put 3D Goggle Kit on, you're only getting the flight that you can see there. I fly under the CCA drone regulations, where you need to have visible sight of the drone, which also means, like, I'll explain that in a bit, you have to have operator's ID, flyer's ID, and etc. So then this opens up the main view of the drone. On the back you've got a toggle which controls up and down on the camera, just like that. And then on the other side of the controller you've got a toggle which controls the darkness and brightness of what you're viewing. It's not really doing much because obviously it's not outside. Dead simple. You've got the takeoff, sport mode, video mode, 92% of your drone, 90% controller, GPS is fine. Red GPS there, that's just because we're not outside, so it's not really picking up a very good signal. And you've got the 2 settings for picture and record. So jump into the settings. It just goes through the interface of how you want to control it, your current piloting, so your video mode on max tilts and the max tilt speeds, you have them super low, so it pans across doing the 1080p vision. Sport mode, I have that full, so that'll do max speed of 6 meters a second, max vertical takeoff speed and things like that, and max rotation 200 degrees a second. That's just for maneuverability. Safety, it'll have automatic fly home if it loses connection. Maximum altitude on these 150 meters, which is not high compared to other drones now on the market. They're touching like 400 meters. I've seen some reach silly distance. 200 meters, so 200 meters works out 2 kilometers, which is like 1.8 miles. This doesn't reach that. This probably reaches 1.1, 1.4. It's not very good. You go online and people go, oh yeah, I can get this and get... Nah, it's bullshit. It depends who's about, what's about. If you're in the city or whatever, obviously we don't fly these around the city, and if you've got rural eye-to-eye video, yeah, they will fly a bit further, but as soon as you start losing connection on your screen, you can start to see the screen fade and freeze up. You know that you're not it's still within sight. Like I said, video quality 720p, 1080p, standard and high res, 30 frames a second. These are all on the max settings. I'll just jump out of the settings. So this is just a quick rundown. Is this any good in 2023? I know I'm droning on a bit. You have follow me, which I don't know why I'm struggling to see that, but you have a follow me setting where it will just lock onto you as an individual and follow you. You have a flight plan setting, but you have to purchase a flight plan setting, which is pretty cool. You just choose your coordinates where you want to go. It'll do a flight plan and have the camera pan to a certain spot. I don't need that. I just manually fly it because it doesn't really fit in the CCA guidelines having it autopiloted like that. And then jump on the camera like that, like I showed you a second ago, up to the top here. So we had 8 gig of storage, and this is drone memory videos. So we'll just go down to 24th of October, and you can click transfer, select, and what that'll do is manually transfer from Wi-Fi from this directly to your phone. So it will all transfer it across and it will just delete itself. It's pretty nifty bit of kit. It's annoying, obviously you can't use SD cards and things like that, but I enjoy it because after half an hour flight time, or I never fly it for that long of a period of time, it's always like 15-20 minutes, because you're getting 15 to 20 minutes of footage that you're going to be playing around with, that you don't want to record half an hour's worth of the same kind of thing. Very rarely I've used it to its full capacity, so I only make short videos, and them videos I've been making I haven't put on YouTube. They're mainly just like, I can just have them on my laptop and things. So that they manually transfer straight across to the phone. One pretty cool feature about this is when it's hooked up to the controller, it also is a power feed to your phone. So I'll drop out of here. I can't simulate a flight currently. I'm a bit under the weather, but I'm just doing a little video on this. So jump back onto the flying film. It thinks we're in goggles, so as I say, so that's what it looks like. Obviously it's pretty pretty good on the old response time. It gives you options for hand launch. I was saying a second ago, the power cable feeds the phone to keep the phone fully charged. But also one feature when you are flying is if you just pull down, turn off your Wi-Fi, keep your mobile data off, leave location on, and then it's less interference between this and this. So I don't know in regards to help how good that is. But then obviously you got your settings button immediately on there as well. I'm just doing a quick rundown. Is this any good in 2023? It depends on what your budget is. If you ask me, it's not bad for £120. So to turn it off, just hold the button and it'll make its noises. This is the type of equipment it comes with. It comes with one charging lead that goes directly to your handset, and then one charging lead that goes directly to your battery. So you've got one bank power charger like that. That'll charge that and that'll charge that. 45 minutes to an hour or so charge time on that battery. It's pretty quick. This one, same. I've never had to wait around a lot. One thing you've got to remember about flying these types of drones now is down to the weight with the battery on board. You have to have like flyer's ID and operator's ID. I don't know if I need to blur that out on the video. I mean, not really. It's just like a registration for a vehicle. But I'm going to give you some clips in a minute on the actual drone itself. But yeah, it's nothing special. It's very good for what you get. So I'd advise to go for something pre-owned like this, rather than going to spend a load of money on one, or buying a new one which is in the sub £150 category, which is actually Chinese shit. So yeah, so just a quick breakdown on it. So I'm just going to put some footage up. Obviously you've seen some footage in between the videos that I'm doing now, so yeah.
As you can see, this is the 150 meter height of the Parrot drone. It pulls out a pretty good image, to be honest. Pretty stable, quite high. Let's just talk about the pilot license. Well, the CAA license you have to have. So the best thing to do is jump on the website and have a quick look around. It'll give you all the ins and outs and what to do. You do need one now. So I do advise you to just have a look at that. There is, I am part of a group, I forgot what they're called now, but you join their membership, £20 for the year, and you also can fly under a section 16, so I know all the parameters and legalities of where I can fly and what I can do, but I'd advise you definitely before you just get a drone and fly it, especially with like the Parrot ones. I think it's down to anything with a camera now. It doesn't matter on weight. It does matter on weight, but it's down to a camera. So if you're recreational use and you get a camera on it, you will need one, unfortunately. So yeah. Another video is going to be loading up just now. Here we go. This will be just up top of a house we was looking around the other day. And as you can see, it's pretty good quality close up. This is in the sport mode, so before it was in the video mode, and this is just showing you a quick flight around and how nimble it is. There's me and Jib. There we go. But yeah, you can see obviously the gimbal at the side there. It doesn't actually have a gimbal, it has like an axis kind of setup in it. I'm not too sure on how it is camera wise, but it's pretty good quality, as you can see. This is in sport mode now, so all the sensors on it are actually turned off. When you're in video mode, it gives you a sensor warning on like distance and stuff like that, which it does in the video mode, in the sport mode, but it doesn't take off like the crash protection. It takes off crash protection in the sport mode, so you've got to be super careful with it in sport mode. Just looking at the property now and just looking at the quality of the camera and having a play around with it. But definitely would recommend on your budget. For £120, you're not going to get anything this type of kit unless it's a big old DJI, and they're still fetching quite a few £100. But I definitely recommend a Parrot. My next stop will be a bigger DJI. But yeah, you can't grumble. For £120, definitely worth it. 2023, definitely worth it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. It's a bit off the cuff, I'm a bit under the weather. Just sat in the house, a bit of flued up. I feel like shit. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and take care. And hopefully 2023 we can get some more videos of the parrot out and about. So thank you. Take care, guys.